Yo, jumping in already. Wait, maybe we need a longer intro. Maybe I should jump back to the intro screen first. Maybe. Just kidding. Let me get stuff adjusted here. I moved everything around yesterday when I had to get everything set right here. I was hoping the mic wouldn't. For some reason, it's picking up my steps on the treadmill, but you guys will have to deal with it. You'll be all right. So let's see. We need this. We need that. Need that. Got to move all the stuff over for TZ India. This. I think that's it. We'll find out when we get there. I think it just started, right? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, TZ India. Okay. Bobcats and Eel Smolps. What's going on? Mutu. Ghostly. Welcome in. Yeah, that looks right. Infinity. I forgot. Good morning, everybody. Nice and early. Figured I'd get up and get moving around a little bit. Switch it up, catch some of those people on the other side of the world and whatnot. Zach Gary, oh, excuse me, welcome in. Ooh. Good, I need to take a drink already. I'm exhausted. Really tired. Didn't sleep great last night for absolutely no good reason. Been working out a lot, so. Exhausted. Okay. Let's get this moving. Seth, what up? What up? Welcome in. Good start. Oh, it's still on. I didn't have the players count. I forgot. Run's ruined. Oh, Gary said always on the grind. Ooh. Better believe it. Let's see, Bobcat. I think you're asking Small Spell how's the console version. Gotcha. Some people, it seems like, from what I've heard anyways, the console version's pretty good. There's just some skills that don't work as good, like teleport's not as great, and some other things. I'm assuming telekinesis is a disaster, but overall it gets pretty good reviews from what I hear. I've never played it personally, not that you're necessarily asking me, but 39 to life with poison res. I mean, it's not bad. It is not bad at all. Here we could get 45, so it's like not perfect on either one, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Make up for poison res. Rob, welcome in. Better armor for hammered in before Enigma. So usually it goes. Yeah, I guess I changed my mind about that. Usually it goes stealth, Viper Magi, and then Enigma kind of is the progression there, from my understanding. No Tyrell's Might yet. This is weird. I don't know what's going on. Thought I'd find it already. Gary said only caught a few hours of sleep as well. Yeah, I mean, you'd think I had like 8 hours of sleep, but I must not have been sleeping much that whole time. I did roll over like 15 times, so. Battle gauntlets. Small crescent. Blizzard's the worst on controller to Smolps. Gotcha. Yeah, anything you gotta aim at a distance. I bet you Nova Sorc ain't too bad. Gary said he's not a fan with the controller. Gotcha. I even knew one of the, when Macro Bio Boy used to still play D2, he actually played controller on PC. So I know he liked that, so good old Dagger. But I think he was having some hand/wrist issues, like when you're on your PC like 12 hours a day, every day, for like a decade. I think anyways, don't quote me on this, but I think he said he was having some wrist problems, which I know I've kind of had too, but I don't play as much as a lot of other people do. Unholy Zombie, yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. 5 months. You salute. Appreciate ya. Necro fun and strong. Yeah, there's several Necro builds, at least 3 like quote unquote like standard ones that are all pretty good. Some in poison, or some in bone and poison. Poison probably needs the most gear though. But yeah, they're all pretty good. Are they Mosaic Assassin? No, but yeah. Gary says lighting Nova all right. Blizzard Firewall, don't do it, says Bobcat on controller. Gotcha. About the only thing with controller it's got over PC, you can pick up straight to your cube without having to hit the cube button like to pick it up. That's the one thing. I was always wondering why did they not put pick up to cube on PC, but it's on controller. It's real weird. But like you have to open the cube to then pick something up and set it over there. It's very strange. Cardboard Warrior, welcome in. Hamburgers, how do they turn out? Maybe I missed part of that, Bobcat. I know you were asking questions about console, probably directed at Small T. Seems to be the expert on that one. Tubby, welcome in. Good morning. It's a good morning for me, anybody. Or anyways, I mean. Depending where you're at. Australia or something, it's probably like super late at night, huh? Or a little late at night. Ducius. 4 of us? 3. It's a rare item though. I mean, class specific item. Rolled as the set piece, but yeah, you get 4 on that, I believe. Which you kind of want to get. Auto sort on controller. You know what, Gary, I've never even heard of that. I didn't even know that was a thing on controller. Interesting. Interesting. I'd never heard that before in my life. I didn't use Battle Orders. We don't need it. Ooh, maybe another Tal's Amulet, perhaps. Some skills, not the right ones. No, all the way around. Why'd she have to be so rude to me? Keep calling me a maggot all the time. A little more coffee. Coffee while walking on the treadmill. Can't beat it, right? Ooh, man. You know, sometimes you take a sip of coffee and you're just like hits right. That's what just happened. I already drank 1 cup of coffee, but for some reason that particular sip of coffee, you know what it was? It's probably because I woke up and had a cup of coffee and then went and brushed my teeth and then got my kid ready for school and took her to school, and then I just drank this cup of coffee. So it was almost like it felt like the first drink of coffee again. Oh my gosh, did I just hack the system? Every cup of coffee can taste like the first cup of coffee in the morning if you just brush your teeth just shortly before doing it. Not right before. You never want to brush your teeth and within 30 seconds drink coffee, but like 25 minutes before, like if you time it out right. Boy, I just hacked the system here. All right, here we go. 5-5. The odds of one rolling 5-5 are the same as like 3-4 or 4-3. but it seems like it happens so less often, doesn't it? Little lightning one. It's unfortunate. I wish it was better. Are you walking in place? Yeah. It does completely blow people's minds that I have an under the desk treadmill, but yeah. My wife bought me one for Christmas. She was like, you know what, honey? You're a fat sack of crap. You need this walking treadmill. And I was like, thank you so much. I bought you this vacuum, and I bought you these rubber gloves and these cleaning supplies. I bought you some Windex and some Pledge. Here you go. And we're like, oh, thanks. We love you. No, I'm joking. I'm just messing around. I had been talking about one for a while, but I'm a cheap ass. Very cheap individual. And then so she bought me one for Christmas. Just incredibly cheap. It's hard to really stress how cheap I am. And I know it, and I can't stop. It's like a mental condition, but you know, it is what it is. Best lightning Java rune word besides infinity. Spirit? Yes. I mean, I do use either Enigma or Hustle. Like Hustle's budget, Enigma, you know, they both make you run faster on a Javazon, so I guess those two, but that's about the only, I mean, Call to Arms? That's about the only rune words you use on oh, Phoenix? Phoenix Shield is nasty on a Javazon just for the redemption aura to keep your mana up perpetually. So yeah, I guess that's all the rune words I would ever use on a Javazon, actually. Smolped up a minute ago saying sorry, Pilk. Resident console expert. No, that's all good. Not a lot of console dudes out there, so quartering the market there. It's all good. I know very little about it, so very little. Mob said he actually doesn't mind or actually likes teleport on console. Yeah, I don't know. It would just be weird. I would have to try it sometime because obviously through text in a chat like this, there's no way you could really tell me. But it would be so hard. Like, how would you teleport this way and then teleport that way real quick? Like on a console, you can't possibly move this fast and this precisely. Like if you want to go here and then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Like how you couldn't possibly move that quickly and precisely. Also, it's a fixed distance. I don't know. It'd just be so weird. Or like telekinesising the waypoint and stuff, or picking up things with telekinesis, and I don't know, it's so weird. But I guess there's gives and takes, huh? Good old Hellslayer, good old Stone of Jordan. Oh, like Hellslayer's cool though. The neato one. Oh yeah, it's a fixed distance, so you just like push that direction and hit teleport, and it just goes that distance, huh? Good point. Mama Phil, yo, what are you doing up so early? No, I'm just joking. It's not that early. Got the kid off to school. Welcome in. Hopefully you're enjoying the slaying. Ooh. She actually loves Diablo 2 as well. And I'm kidding, but she's here to support her little baby Phil. Hope you're having a good morning, Mama. Yeah, anyway, sometimes people get confused. That's legitimately my mom, by the way. My mama. She's the nicest mod there is, too. She never bans anybody. $236. All right, all right. Let's grab this. Jump out of there. Anthony, what's going on? You take out an appointment today. That's why I went live early. Well, you know, yeah. To be honest, I was like, I was deciding what to do today, and I seen TZ Andy. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just stream a few hours in the morning. Get the walk out of the way. Burning so many calories right now. At least 100 or 200. But yeah. Gary, yes, I do use QuickCast. Yeah. It took me a minute to get used to, and I really fought it. Like for probably the first 6 or 8 months after it came out, I didn't use it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to switch over to this new. But then after I started using it for I used it for like maybe a week, and I was like, I can't. And then like 2 weeks later, I went back to it again, and I was like, okay, well, this is awesome, actually. So the biggest thing, I forced myself to switch because it saves you so many clicks of the mouse and the keyboard and stuff. And that's one of the biggest things when you're streaming and editing videos and stuff. You don't think about it until all of a sudden your wrists and your fingers and your thumbs and everything hurts because you're using it for like 12 straight hours, you know what I mean? So Cobgo saying, living the life, get the kids off to school and then straight to Diablo 2. Yeah. Sorta. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Everything's got pros and cons, but yeah, I mean, definitely not the worst life to be living. Alexander saying should have added the whiz bite gloves to the oxy ring. Oxy ring. Oh, speaking of things that everyone else says wrong and I say right. So oxy ring. Everyone was saying like oxy, like OX, which of course would not be how that would be pronounced. It's oxy. So the C makes the sound, the second C, just like in, because C followed by a Y, just like in cyst, C-Y-S-T, cyst. So OC is just like OC. The C makes a C. It's very simple. Simple English, you know what I mean? The thing with English is you can kind of make the letters say whatever you want them to. That's the funny thing. Yeah, he says, Aussie. Yeah, it depends if you go by, because just for S's and G's, I type it into Google, or you like pronounce this the way it's spelled. But you can't go by that. You can't go by that, of course. I think Oxy makes sense. Oh yeah, so about the whiz spike gloves. Yeah, I could have threw them both in there. Could have threw them both in there. Carrying wind. It's always interesting, I guess, but not really used ever. Twisters on striking. Legendary. Poison creeper charges. Goated. Anthony tried Mosaic for the first time. Leveling process a pain. Traps in levels. Yeah, so Assassin's okay. The thing with traps in, usually how quote unquote I would play through, you go with Wake of Fire until essentially usually use that until Act 4 of Nightmare, which is kind of the standard with most fire builds. You'll play through the game till you get to Act 4 Nightmare. Switch to the lightning traps. And you stick with lightning traps. And I mean, you can do whatever you want. Anything's capable if you're, you know what you're doing and you have enough knowledge. But then you do the lightning traps with the Death Sentry so you can get your couple of mid runes you need to make the most powerful rune word in the entire game. But yeah. Dinru early day today. Yeah, I decided to switch it up. I seen TZ Andy was in the morning, and it's like, do I want to do this in the morning or do that in the morning? You know, I got to decide how I'm going to set my day up, I guess. Decided to do this in the morning since TZ Andy was here. Also, little known fact, actually helped me out on my diet here. Oh yeah, actually I need some 4-socketed whatchamacallits. 2 sockets, 4 sockets for my Necro that I kept dying on. See, if I'm streaming, then I can't just go grab food out of the refrigerator. Perfect diet plan. Should be jogging. Yeah, right. This thing only goes up to like 3.2 miles an hour or whatever, so you can't even... It's just like a walking pad, really. It's not like a full-blown, you know, treadmill. Turn it up to like 14 miles an hour or something ridiculous, you know? Not that I jog at 14, but yeah. Nice, Snow Pro. Nice. Aki, like a short version of Oculus. Well, no, then it'd be pronounced Ockle. If it was a short version of Oculus, it'd be Ockle. Like if you just cut off the us at the end because it's short version of it, Ockle. But it's got a Y, which, you know, when you change the letters around in a word, then it doesn't sound the same. Just hashtag facts. Hashtag logic, hashtag reason. Some other weird things, I don't know. I'm a staunch advocate of calling it Oxy. Staunch advocate. It should be called Oxy. I believe that even more than I believe that a Heart of the Oak shortened up should be called Hoto. Hotos. So that means multiple Heart of the Oaks would be called Hotos. Facts. Mutu, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe not, though. Oh, Smolps, you must have missed how I already explained how English works. So, O-C, it's 2 syllables. O-C, and then dash, second syllable, C-Y. So C-Y, you know, a C followed by a Y makes a S sound, like in the word cyst, C-Y-S-T. So when you change the letters in words, then all of a sudden it's like different. Get what I'm saying? See? Look at me pointing to my head. See? Either way, I'm sticking with Oxy. Oxy. And Hoto. And so, SOJ, Soj. Gotta put some lipstick on for you fellas. Oh. But yeah, you guys can stick with Aki. But, man, walk around just Aki. It just doesn't roll off the tongue good. Doesn't work. Ogre, definitely sticking with Ogre. Asajj. Soft J, like in yogging. Yeah, did you guys know that? Yeah, it's a soft J in it's the SOJ, so it's Sajj. Where's the coffee? I took a few sips of coffee. It's hard to drink warm coffee when you're, you know, doing such vigorous exercise like I am right now. Not vigorous exercise, but just getting my steps in. Taking a stone of Jordan. See, exactly. Soft J. Now, anyone who doesn't know that soft J in yogging from Anchorman, most people, a lot of people probably know that, but. So we got a facet, at least poison res. Devastating. Another facet though, you know. Gary said he's inspired, about to go get ripped. Yo, love to hear it. So that's what, yeah, I'm doing the walking here. Speaking of me getting ripped. It's totally gonna happen. Oh, an Ogre Mall right here. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the gym later too. Thinking about it. Feeling that Teal's might today, ghostly or ghosty like. I mean, I hope so. Enough years go by, you know. You figure. Seven years of hunting for one item. Anchorman Wild. First Anchorman, awesome. Why do people sell SOJs? Cobb. Well, to get the declone to show up. A lot of times they, there ends up being like so many SOJs, and I don't know how many of them are getting like duped or whatever, and how many people have found, but at some point, like, people don't need any more Stones of Jordan, right? So they're worth so little, you know. And now even Annies are worth so little, I'm sure, this late in the season. But early on, just like a streamer will put together, like, and people want to be part of like spawning the declone, and that's pretty much how it happens nowadays. So Luck and Loaded, Jaw in the pits earlier. Ooh. Love it. Love to hear when people get their Jaw runes. Jaw runes are hype. Don't find too many of those. Put more rings in the game. Yeah, it's hard to say. If they did it right and it was good, then yeah, but you know, I just don't know how much you know, if something's good and you like it a lot, do you really want to have somebody else tinkering with it and changing it to, so, you know, it'd be a disaster if they did something like Mosaic again. More stuff like that. Oop. Oop. At the gym right now, but I'm just chilling on the elliptical. It's all good, you know. You move, it don't matter. You're moving, doing something. It's good. Yeah, I feel a lot better now that I'm moving. I was super tired when I woke up this morning. I did something I usually never do. My alarm went off and I just laid there. I rarely do that. Like, I turned it off and just like stared at my phone for a while. Unique ring with FCR. Maybe. See, a lot of the stuff like that, I wouldn't necessarily be fully against if done right, but I don't want like a Mosaic situation. So I think I would be better, like I would be more inclined for the IAS maybe. Just because melee characters are so far behind generally that, you know, I could see that one being okay, but, oh, excuse me. Bobcat said he would love for them to tinker with Mosaic. It ruined a lot of the game. It's definitely too powerful. But yeah, what are you going to do now? I don't think they're really going to change a whole lot with the game, but who knows? Maybe I just get my mind blown one day. Sorry, I didn't want to hop off the treadmill. Usually I at least dip my head out of the screen when I'm blowing my nose, but Bobcat, they broke it and walked away to D4. Yeah, I mean, kinda, sorta. They didn't break it on purpose. They just thought that the problem was, and I seen this coming when Mosaic was coming out, they put out the 50% on the charges, and then everybody was complaining, and everyone was saying you need the charges up 100% of the time. No, I mean, I wasn't, but so many other people were that were content creators for D2R at the time. And yeah, then they just listened to everybody, because that's the thing. People say things that they want, but they don't really think them all the way through. You think you want it, but you don't. Dang, it's this light over here, this windows. I tried doing my green screen setup slightly different, and so unfortunately, you guys will have to deal. You'll be all right. This little lighting situation right there. It'll be all right. No one would play it if it wasn't 100%. Well, I guess that's kind of the first problem, I suppose. Like, nobody will play a build unless it's absolutely broken. Like, if it's not better than all the other builds that existed. Good old Colossus Blade. Battle Gauntlets. That's such Mavina's, right? But the Colossus Blade elite base, so it did work relatively well when I tried it out on the different builds for the Barbarian, actually. The dual setup there. The alt set Barbarian. Yeah, the problem is that everybody only wants the most powerful build, and there's a certain amount of people that want the game broken. This is the most annoying thing. They want everything to be busted, and they want it to be Diablo 4, where every season they do this stuff and then something's busted and way too powerful. They want to feel like they're getting one over on the game, like, oh, I'm playing this broken build, and like they want to feel like they, you know. But I'm just not like that. Ooh. Ooh. Did I not put? Oh, they got just fanaticism up. Boom, 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 boom. More 220 Javas. Even better. No. Wonder how long it's going to be till my second 220 Javas. Bobcat says if it was one, not the whole skill tree, though. Yeah, I think I've heard people say that, to where if you could only have, if there was just like one of them, you could have up all the time, or maybe somebody, I don't remember, because I don't dabble around with it, because I know that it's, you know, from everything I've seen from it, completely broken, and that just like ruins the game. But some people had said maybe not allowing finishers to be used with it or something like that, or just having one skill instead of like all the different disco balls flying around you, you know. So that was one too. What's my room setup like? I mean, I'm in my basement. Like, the rafters are right here. Like, that's the floor upstairs, that's the rafters. My green screen here is just, I just got some of those $1 clips from Home Depot and just clipped a green sheet to the ceiling, and yeah. I'm just in it's a cinder block wall basement. Nothing special. Conqueror Crown, okay. Boy, a lot of stuff here to check out real quick. So we got, this is not great, but Conqueror Crown, Haliburt's Reign. One of those ones that's rarer, more rare than it is usually good, I suppose. So depending on the role, it could be something, but nothing I ever seen to use. What do you guys ever use this for anything? Because it could get more battle orders, right? You could get more battle orders and battle command on it. I mean, not more than rare, but Brambled, Crystal Sword, we'll check that real quick too. Whoa. I want to grab this Crystal Sword real quick before I die. Maybe like a pre-buff thing or something, I don't know. For Haliburt's Reign. It's one that I was just thinking about right now. I just never really paid too much attention to it. That if it could be good or not. Oh, where we go here. Martial arts finally worth it, says Mutu. He's so a big fan of it. Something needs to get toned down with Mosaic. For sure. There's 100% something's not right there. But I do know that people, I'm wondering if Mosaic killed at the same speed as like Fist of the Heavens Paladin. If people would, or if it killed at the same speed as like Blizzard Sorceress, if people would still ever play it, like literally ever play it. Very curious, because people say they like it, but if it was like on par with, if it was even on par with Hammerden, if they would still ever play it. Just curious. You know, there's no way, this is a hypothetical. It's unprovable unless they ever did do that. You know, I'm not, but I'm just, you know, it's just a thought I had. No way to finish it, says Bates, talking about my basement. Well, sure. If I had like $15,000, I mean, sure, I would love to finish it. No doubt I would love to finish it, and I'd love to have it finished and pay someone else to do it, but hasn't been in the cards as of yet. D2 is going to take off any day now, and then it's going to explode and make all this money. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to. Yeah, Rap say make it a bunch of high runes. It definitely, Mosaic should definitely have some high runes in it. I do agree. I do agree. At minimum, like, that's just like, if they nerfed it by 50% and put high runes in it, that's like the starting point to see if that would be good enough, but I think anyways. Everyone share their Tyrael stories. I must have missed them up here a minute ago. No, don't do that. Mosaic bad magic finder, says Grilla. So like you can't stack a lot of magic find, you're saying, because I mean, why would it be a bad magic finder though? Because all you need is 2 mosaic claws and then you can just stack magic find everywhere else on the entire character, right? Executioner's sword. But we got a Stone of Jordan right here. We'll check the wing knife. Maybe it's, yeah, it was ethereal. Oop. Okay, what do we get? What do we get here? Stone of Jordan. Ah, of course it is. Thanks a lot, chat. That was gonna be a Stone of Jordan until you people made it a Menald. Oh, it's hard to loot because of the charges. Hard to loot, like hard to pick things up, you're saying, because you don't want to waste time looking at things? Well, really, you know what? I need to experiment around with Mosaic a little bit here. Because I do get that, but like, in your inventory, Mosaic's still busted. Do you even need any skillers? Like, couldn't you just have a completely empty inventory and just pick things up and just go to Kane after the run? Because it's so busted that you don't even need any skillers, right? That's what I would think anyways. Woo! Just from my unexperimented opinion, that's what I would think. Marty says no need, small. Yeah, you could do that. It's kind of what I was thinking, yeah, but I missed a Tal's amulet, did I now? I missed it. I guess that was, you know what happens, I guess. I didn't think I did, but definitely happens. Grill is saying the building up charges takes time. Yeah, I've definitely watched people play, you know, the building up charges is kind of similar to, well, similar to, but probably easier than like a summoning Necro or a summon Druid or something, how you got to get your minions ready to rock. Sometimes I feel with half the characters I'm playing, like, you're like, cast, you gotta cast Frozen Armor, cast Energy Shield, double Battle Order, come over, you know, it's like, sometimes I feel like I don't even want to do that stuff, so that would be one thing that would annoy me for sure on, if I was playing Mosaic. Rob saying stack up MF charms on that Mosaic. Yeah, definitely could, right? No Pro, yeah, this is offline single player, yep. No Pro saying the pits is terrorized online, pretty legit. Get big experience in the pits while you're trying to find those super rare uniques. Another Tal's amulet. I actually did find a Tal's amulet the other day. Actually. Nova, you cast a couple things and go. Well, I mean, you do have to cast like 6 different times, so five times, I guess it would be. The frozen armor, energy shield. If you use what's it called, thunderstorm on there, the 1 point in the thunderstorm for that free damage. Battle, oh, is it? You're supposed to do battle orders, battle commands, battle orders, right? Or trying to think. I think I can't remember what the rationale was behind it. I think you were supposed to cast battle orders, battle commands, battle orders to get an extra skill for some reason. But now my brain's, or is it the other way? Brain's melting. Can't remember why I had heard that before. Also, I just spam them back and forth a bunch of times because one tends to end up missing. I thought there was a reason to cast one of them twice. I can't remember what it was though. So it makes me think I'm remembering something wrong. Lost all the experience, dang it. I didn't think there was any way I would die there, so hopefully there was nothing there. I'm kind of nervous because I didn't see anything that was there. We'll have to go double check it real quick. I don't really need my body or my potions, but I guess while we're here. Oh, there's a J-mod like right here. Goodness. How huge would that have been if that was actually a J-mod? Cruel Colossus sort of quickness? No. Oh well. 99 sorceress, Moses. 99. Missed that Zod rune, yeah. Marty says the lag on BNet is why we always use to cast twice. I don't remember where I thought I had heard that from Dobrunsky that it was beneficial for a reason to cast one twice. But I'm sensing that maybe I'm remembering wrong. Possible. They're the first time for everything, so maybe I'm remembering something wrong. So it's a joke. It's a joke. Gary says I've been hunting Talzami 300 MF, haven't found nothing in days. Yeah, I hardly ever find Talzamis. They're so much more rare than, I don't know, than what, but they just are for some reason. I don't know. More rare than they would appear. I'm not sure if this is actually the best, most efficient, but I know I found a bunch of Talzamis when I was running Nightmare Andario, but it could have been a bunch of, like, I don't know, from Nightmare Andy, because you can stack up 900 magic find, not literally I guess, but like 700 magic find on your sorceress and slap TZ or slap Nightmare Andy pretty quickly on trying to get SOJ, and you could get Talzami. There's some other little stuff too you can get from there, but I wonder, I'd have to look it up again if it's actually the most efficient. I haven't looked into it in a while. Cruel Phase Blade of Swiftness. Interesting. I don't know on that, because enhanced damage and phase blades don't really have a high damage themselves, but super fast. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here's a Stone of Jordan. Finally! Another one! Boom! Oh, well. If I just keep saying the same thing every time, then I can just claim that I called it on the clip, so. So we're going for. So we're going for. MF diminishing returns? Yeah, it does. It does. But 700 is like more chances for a unique to drop than 200. Like 350 magic find relative to 700. Like 700, you don't have twice as good a chance of finding. It's not double as good, but yeah, it's better in somewhat. And when you're farming Nightmare, like Nightmare and Dario, like how strong is that monster, right? Imagine having your sorceress fly down there. I could probably hit Nightmare Andy. Would you say 2 fireballs? Andy would just die instantly. So it's one of those situations where your kill speed isn't going to be different based upon. Ooh, man. Stacking the more magic find. So Death Mask, not Indulge Visage. 5 or bust. 4 again. But that is a pretty cool use for that Rune Master for the cannot be frozen 5 isted on the other offhand for the barb. Pretty cool. Whoop. Why Oculus instead of a Ashudas? Because Oculus is better than a Ashudas? In like almost every way. I never use a Ashudas ever. Isted Oculus, 75 magic find. Bunch of resistance. It's got the skills. FCR. Especially for farming a monster that's like weak like Andy. The go-to. It's the go-to. Isted Oculus, love it, love it, love it. Marty's saying the first 100 magic find is reduces probability, so you're saying like better than going from 3 to 400? For sure. For sure. Like going from like 400 to like 800 is probably less of a boost magic find wise than it is from 0 to 100. Like that 400 magic find is probably less than the first 100 without looking at the numbers or anything. But life-saving teleport, Smolfs knows what's up. I'm personally a random teleport enjoyer personally. I know some people don't, but it's one of those situations where it probably does sometimes, like you get hit by one little monster and then it accidentally teleports you into the middle of Lord DeSace's group or something, and then that takes you out. But the number of times that it like saves you is like 50 to 1. But nobody likes that one time that you died and it's not your fault. But nobody likes the 49 times that it saves your life and it's not your fault that you got saved. You know what I mean? Nobody likes that. Because people don't like the feeling that they lost agency, that they're not in control of something bad to happen to them. Which, I mean, makes sense, kind of, but if you don't think about it logically. The worst part, I would say the only worst part on this particular build, like it doesn't work, Oculus doesn't work great on things like Nova, or right now I'm tele-stomping Andario. That's where the teleport kind of gets you a little sus, because I don't want to teleport away, I don't want to be saved. I want to stay up in there and take the hits and keep blasting, you know? Step up and stop, keep blasting. Gary says, I'll look into these breakpoints. I didn't catch what you were talking. Was that for an FCR thing there or something? Yeah, just look up diminishing return curve, magic find D2R or something like that. Like type that into Google, and it should pop right up. You'll find her. Good old perfect amulet? No. Good old shaft stop though. 220, 213. Good roll on it. Boy, I remember back in the day when these were goated. Still good, of course, but it was just what people used everywhere. That was back in the SOJ duping days, when a shaft stop would be just a generic, like a shaft stop of that quality at 213 would probably be like 7 or 8 Stoner Jordans, and it would go down in value based upon the enhanced defense percentage. Those were the days. Loaf, welcome in. Yeah, we're pretty early here. Raced, welcome in. Yeah, if someone asked, I am on single player. I see an answer to somebody's question about that I'm on single player. So yeah, offline single player. We got the same map every time. It's not map hack or anything. It's all legit offline single player. Yeah, I'm about to die here. He's in the middle of a fire immune pack, and I decided not to rock the... I should probably stick it in there just in case. Words to live by. But, the fire sunder chime I'm talking about. What's the settings on the treadmill looking like? What do you, I don't know, like how fast am I walking, you're saying, or? It's just at 2.2, like just a standard, not fast walk. If I walk too fast, which I come to find out, like walking quickly, you're not going to really get out of breath unless you're also trying to speak the entire time. Ooh, that's a rough one. So that's what I come to find out. Like if I walk too fast when I'm trying to stream, I end up just like talking to you guys like this because I'm trying to breathe and talk because I'm, you know, so. I don't have any, I don't have any incline on it. This particular model, I think you might be able to incline it a little bit by like unscrewing the feet on the front. But if you wanted more incline than that, you'd have to like, I'd have to like build a platform for it or something. Like it's not inherently made to, oh, I seen that. That one is actually ethereal. No, it's one of these decades. One of these decades, Ethereal Andes is coming. Just not today. 29 strength, that goes up to 30, right? Is that almost perfect? One strength off of, well, the enhanced defense isn't close to perfect, but that's a good roll on one. It's a good roll on Andes, I believe, unless it goes up higher than 30. Could be. Chad says I made it so you had infinity in Act 5 at the beginning of Act 5. I'm not sure what you're saying there. It's like you hero edited in infinity on the playthrough. I'm not really sure what to tell you about that, if that's what you're saying. Don't do it? Throw it out? I'm not sure. Snowcrow said Taylor Swift ran on a treadmill. Oh, yeah. That is something I had heard that, of course, my daughter is all about Taylor Swift. I did hear that, yeah, that she sings her entire set on, like, that's how she practices while running on a treadmill. Like, literally running, not walking like this, like, running. Because, like, her performances, she dances, and their whole, like, they're almost like... I don't know if I should be sad to admit. I mean, I have a daughter, so I end up doing things your daughter wants, but I watched part of that documentary or whatever. Her concerts are full-blown, like, theatrical performances and stuff, so... with, like, actors, and they come out and set up new scenes and stuff, and some of them are like that, some of them aren't. But yeah, she does do that, I hear, which is pretty wild. Like, the lung capacity, like... the amount of shape you'd have to be in, I would think anyways. I've never tried it. Just like speculating here, but... Traffic says cardio while doing something you love. Ooh. Peloton while watching TV, you say, is what you did? Yeah. It's a good option, I suppose. 195 to 180, wow. I dropped from 138 to 133. Almost as impressive. Or 138. I just realized I said 1. I don't know why I always say 1. 238 to 233. Boom. Ooh. 65 is okay, but let's see. 12 and 10 are low. 167 low. But Sandstorm Trek's very useful boot right there. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're okay, so you followed my video on how to do unlimited sake quests, and now you don't like it or whatever. I mean, I guess just don't do it. Yeah, for me, like playing through Act 1 to the beginning of Act 5 of normal difficulty is not hard. It's just time consuming. And it doesn't involve you, like, I don't know. It just, to me, it doesn't feel like cheating. If it does to you, then it is what it is. But, I mean, it's not like I'm socketing a bazillion things. Like, I've used it like a half dozen times. Because I first started doing it because I had extra socket quests, but I don't want to reset my maps. Because if you have a perfect LK map, but you want to socket something, and it's like, I have extra socket quests, but I don't want to reset my maps. So, like, I just can't use them, I guess. And that's why I did it for the first few times. And I obviously don't ever want to reset my maps again, so that's why I do it. But everybody's different. Some people say that unlimited respecs, the way I do it on here, is cheating. So, I mean, it's just up to whatever people want to do, so. Oh, Snowpro just got Griffins. Nice. Yeah, my last few TZ Andes have been pretty rough. I mean, Indoral's Visage isn't rough. I mean, it's definitely good for sure and stuff, but really, I just want to get Tyraels already. Ghost Armor? No. Tyraels, yes. Spirit Shroud, I think? Yeah. Traitor, says Marty. Traitor. Yeah, technically, getting a G rush online is cheating. So that's what I don't like to think of Diablo 2. I know there's technically well, let me identify this ring that we know is a Stone of Jordan. Oh, Carrion Wind. Another one of those. I don't like to think of Diablo 2 as, you know, I know it has leaderboards for seasons, as competitive, because there's so much, because then everything that anybody does is like could be looked at as cheating. Not anything anyone does, but then it's like, oh well, you're trading, and even though you're using tradery, the guy that you're trading with is from China and you know he duped it, so that's cheating. Like, oh, you're using JSP on ladder, you're cheating, or you're, you know, so it's like, so I just like to think of it as everybody has their own experience that they want to play the way they want to play to enjoy themselves, so whatever, you know what I mean? Few recipe to give sockets like Larzik does. Oh, it just changed. I didn't even notice it was getting close. Whatever. Guess we're already there. Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, back to the Necromancer. Alright, we need to throw you, and you. Back over to the Necromancer, ready to rock. Yeah, Holy Grail, you can do Holy Grail however you want to. It's a self-imposed challenge. Most people do it offline, but some people just do it online, where, like, you know, when you drop an item, you count it and check it off the list, and Raltier Tell. Then I need a soul rune. In case my necromant, my whatever dies again. Galback, yo! What's up? That might be the first Griffins you ever dropped to Snowcrow. There you go. That's what blasting will get you. Grail tier tail, sir. Could be. Who knows? What did we get for... I guess we'll just keep doing P3 Chaos Sanctuary. I guess. Wait, did I get everything over here? Yes. Okay. This one? Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Fat fingering the buttons here a little bit. Probably want to grab that amethyst super quick here. I just rock players 3 on this one. You can do higher, but I just don't feel like it. I wasn't having a good time with it the other day, so I just decided to lower them down. No, Pro, why did you just go on... maybe I missed it, but you just went on some, like, political rant for a quick second about stuff. We don't talk about that stuff here. We can worry about all that stuff the other 30 hours of the day, right? Maybe you were responding to someone else's question, but yeah, either whoever was talking about that stuff, we'll just X-nay on it or whatever. We can stress about that the other 20 hours of the day if we want to. Why is my whirlwind unkillable? Small. I have no idea. You found some glitch in the game where your whirlwind barbarian is unkillable, huh? Literally unkillable. Not sure. Oh, thought there was something there. I would be surprised, but I would say it's not impossible that you discovered some glitch that just broke the game for whirlwind, I guess. Oh, werewolf druid. Ah. Gotcha. Impossible. But either way. Unkillable werewolf druid. Not sure. Must have missed a political ring. Yeah, I must have missed whoever was saying that or whatever. But yeah, we don't need none of that stuff around here. Yeah, unfortunately, while playing, I can't catch every comment. But yeah. Maybe get my battle orders up here, huh? Matthew Bell, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, the Diablo kills in this build are super slow. Just, if you were unaware, it's just kind of how it goes. Frozen armor. Let's go! That's what I was hoping for. Of course I'm kidding. Ow! Good old wolf howl. It's a cool one for certain things, if you know what I'm saying. That's cool getting the two things together. Neato. War Scepter, meh. Most I ever benched? I don't remember. I haven't tried to even max bench in like so long. like 10 years probably. Probably in like the 250s or something, around there. Nothing insane. Like, I don't ever do that much nowadays, especially with my like back injuries and my shoulder injuries and stuff that I've had. Like for instance, yesterday I was working out with 185, you know, like I was actually doing bench yesterday. You start off a little lighter and then I worked my way up eventually to 185, and I did a couple of, I think I only did 2 sets with 185 of like 6 or so. But I mean, lifting by yourself with no spot, how heavy do you want to go, right? Not too heavy. No 322 socketed circlet. And nah, we want the magic find anyways. I guess if it was 2 socketed, we could plug some mists into that. I think we looked at, I think I had some the other day. I don't remember what they were though, how good my circlets were or whatever. But Shaco's just easy peasy, you know. Well, what are we gonna throw on Shaco? Yep, there you go. We're fine. You know, type of situation. Also, offline single player. Tough to get that kind of stuff. Yeah, Diadem or Charcy. Circlet? What kind of garbage are we talking about here? You think I am some noob using a circlet or a... Jeez. Melted. Those guys' life pool is so small that it's like comical. When you poison them, they drop dead within like a second. Ah, run away. Shael. No good. First T-strokes, nice. Missed the Nephrune. Oh no! Jeez, noob Phil missing Nephrunes now. This guy. Thanks a lot, chat, for making me miss that Nephrune. Why are they all running away? Back over here. Hello from Brazil. Welcome in. Jesse, I think, maybe. Sorry on the pronunciation. I'm not familiar with that spelling. We're just on players 3. Joby, I believe. Guess I just got this one. 2 PB, 20 FCR, 15 reses. Guess that's the only one I got in here. It's alright. Again says even with one mosaic it's great. Nice. We were just talking about mosaic earlier and everyone was saying that the 50% charge thing is unusable, so that's kind of interesting, but everyone's got different opinions, right? blue circlet. Here's the one we're looking for, fellas. Oh. Love does curls for working out. The curls to fork up to his mouth. Oh, nailed it. Shillelagh. I want a 6 shillelagh for sure. Ooh, 2 sockets. Let's go. War staff, could it be? No. How do you keep your minions from sticking together? You have to move all the time. So as soon as you land and teleport, you have to move. See, like they'll stick together. They'll stick together. You have to take. You just have to take a step. Any step anywhere. As long as you move, they'll start moving. That's the thing. You have to shoot, 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 shoot. You're constantly stepping all the time. You teleport and you move. So it is kind of a little bit on the annoying side, to be honest. That's what in here. You don't have to use the minions necessarily. It's up to you, I suppose. But like the pits, I would just use no minions, because they're kind of unneeded. But in here, I just need a little bit of a distraction from all the other monsters. My resistances aren't great either, because I didn't really concentrate on them. I just concentrated on the damage and getting to at least the minimum FCR breakpoint. Oh. Fury. Fury Armageddon. Hurricane. Darn. I don't know. Which, I mean, those combination of skills is unfortunate, isn't it? I mean, maybe Hurricane. I mean, maybe I would put a Flickering Flame in it just for the Armageddon, maybe? I did not mean to hit 7 buttons all at once right there. I don't know. What do you guys think of that one? I wouldn't think Delirium. For a Fury Druid when you got your Hurricane going. I don't know. Flickering Flame sounds good. Well, I think Armageddon you do want, but like Fire Druids I don't think usually are... Fire Druids usually don't need Fury, so it's kind of like wasted skill, sorta. Maybe we'll hang on to it, and it might be the best one we've found so far. I got some that have like 3 to Fissure and stuff, but... That's one of the ones that I'm surprised I haven't found a better base up until this point, but I guess that's how it goes, right? Seems like everything's way more common than it is. Worth 100 jaws on single player. True story. The boots? The boots? No. Oh, the teleport scrolls and the potion down in the belt? Yeah. That way you can save. Because actually, if you didn't put those down there, you'd have to have your tomb here. Tomb. Your tome here. And then you'd have to get rid of a skiller to put your torch over here. Or not have the cube in here. Of course. But to get everything to fit right. And plus, how often do you teleport to town, right? Fury messed it up. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you are a Fury Druid, let me look at something real quick here. I don't play Druid a ton, so I should probably know all about these skills and stuff. Like, I just can't remember offhand. I had to look, yeah, because Armageddon, you have, well, yeah, you can't really get your skills up there. I guess if you were doing some kind of weird hybrid build that I'm kind of sort of unfamiliar with, It's a 10-second Armageddon is like worthless. It'll get up. I don't know how the duration changes. 2 seconds per fissure, per fissure skill. So yeah, unless it was some wacky. But as for the bases, I made this Delirium, the 5 NATO with 4 to Summon Grizzly. Solar Creeper, who? I can zap this out. That was an accident. Goated, getting a little extra life. But Volcano with it. But Volcano, yeah, you know. Probably just toss that one out, to be honest. Fireclaw, in case I want to do a Fireclaw Druid one. This one's just 3 to Armageddon. So I guess I could get rid of 3 to Armageddon if this one has 3 to Armageddon with other things. Only 30 defense, though, but that's fine. Who cares about defense, am I right? I mean, 3 to Fireclaw. I mean, I don't know. I have way too many of these. 5 NATO, 5 to Fissure, which I'm never going to use that. Why would I not just make a Flickering Flame? It'd be way more damage. Oh, another 5 NATO. Ravenlord better than Flickering Flame. 3 skills, minus 15. I never did make a Flickering Flame in one of these, did it? What does Flickering Flame go up to? I know it has the fire aura on it, the resist fire on it too, or stuff, so it goes up to 15. I mean, it kind of depends, because if you have the right base, like this one right here, with I'd have to look at it, Flickering Flame again. Because it doesn't have any plus skills on Flickering Flame, right? It would just be the skills with the minus. You could facet this too, actually. Yeah, so, I mean, I get you. One of those things I have to look into more. But yeah, I don't want those other things, so... Oh, it does have plus 2 or 3 to fire skills on Flickering Flame too. So yeah, that's the thing. I thought it did, but then my brain started like, wait a second, did it really? Because people are talking like it didn't. Yeah, because so you could get like 5 to plus 5 to the skills that you actually want instead of 3 to all the elemental skills, right? So it could be more damage, but then you wouldn't have the res, the flickering, or more damage from the skills. I don't know, the minus res is usually super powerful on everything, so yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it's one that I haven't really fully looked into, so I'm not gonna say that one's necessarily 100% better than the other, but I have heard people before say that Raven lore would be better. Maybe people just want to use the new rune words, so they... Plus, making a rune word is easier than finding a super rare unique generally. I mean, I already have it, but, you know, if you're hunting for stuff. Raven lore... Oh, yeah, with the facet thing you're saying. Can get up to minus 20. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, in general, it's just kind of easier to get runes than it is to get the super rare uniques. That's why they made all the new stuff out of rune word. One of the few reasons, I should say. I'm assuming it's easier to program in a new rune word than it is to make a new unique and have it, you know, drop and stuff, drop rates and things like that. But yeah, that way if someone finds like a Vex rune, they can decide what rune word they want to make, not like, oh sick, I found Griffins, but I'm a paladin, so now I can't use it. Or I found Tyrell's Might that's super rare, but that doesn't help me at all. Thanks. Woo, get away from there. Not that I would say that, but other people. I did see the ED on that, yeah. If it's for enhanced damage, it's pretty much got to be over. I mean, if it's under 250, I don't even take a second look at it. Plus, it only had 10 increased attack speed, so. It was, you know, it was getting close to what I would look at, but it wasn't quite there for me. Over here. Made Enigma in a jeweler's plate? Come on, nobody would do that. Ray said lost 2 pounds this year. You know, that's all right. If you really, it's in my opinion, anyways. Yeah, you make the life change and a couple pounds here, a couple pounds there, and you keep living that way, and it drips off. And you say you did 117 total overall. That's pretty crazy. Pretty good job there. What does a lightning Sorc work with no Sunder or Infinity? It does work, yeah. It's obviously way better with them, but yeah, you can do all kinds of good stuff with any of the lightning builds. Without that stuff, yeah, Josh, just out here slapping stuff down, trying to find rare things. Hopefully, Tyrell's might, but dumbest item in D2R. Ooh, I know. The maximum magic find large charm is the dumbest thing in D2R. Impossible. So for some reason, I don't know why they did this. So small charms, most people know, can have 7 magic find on them. Large charms, their maximum magic find on a large charm, which, let me remind you, is double the size of a small charm. The max magic find is 6. Why? I don't know. So it's either that one or I don't know if you ever seen the 1 magic find grand charms that you can find. Those are pretty dumb too. Perfect one for my barbarian? No. Do you need more than 300 magic find? Probably not. The only time you would ever even think about going higher than that, like ever prioritize going higher than that, is if you're doing some super specific, like Nightmare and Darl farming for an SOJ or something like that. 300, if you slap your gear on and then you look at it and you have 300 magic find, you're good to go. No need to even take a second thought about trying to get more of it in almost any circumstance, except for extremely rare circumstances, like I said. If you're not one-shotting monsters, then you don't need any more magic find than that. Oh! 2 sockets, Griswold's Valor. A lot of these Grizz pieces are kind of pretty rare, right? So, kind of neat. Need to make a full Grizz pally here coming up. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. I definitely have all this stuff already, but cool stuff to find. Josh has no idea on the good stuff and what to keep with the barbarian on a playthrough. On a playthrough, there's not really going to be a ton of stuff that you really want to keep. There'll be occasional uniques, maybe. That could be like low-level uniques that you could find in Nightmare or normal difficulty even. That could be something useful to keep for a sorceress, like Mage Fist or something. But there's not really a ton of things on early on a playthrough. Whew. I'm not scared. You're scared. That you want to keep a lot of stuff of. It's hard to explain everything because I guess there could be like some runes I'll keep on a playthrough that I'll use to craft stuff with later, but pretty much just Ral runes. So it's obviously going to be impossible for me to say right now everything you would want to think about, but someone said they like running Gull and weapon swap. I would never want to have to like use my call to arms and then swap gear. Swapping gear is like the bane of my existence. If a build requires swapping gear, I pretty much just go, oh well, I guess I'm not playing that build if it's required, or I just don't play it that way. I just go, well, I guess I'm not using battle orders for this. I take that back, with the exception of one build, my legendary corpse explosion druid. Wait, did I not? Oh boy. Oh, Malta, I'm just chilling there too. How did, thanks a lot, chat. How'd you miss that? Did I miss? What is going on? Oh, gotcha. I just completely came up here and didn't hit any of the seals. I can't explain it, chat. Can't explain it. Saobi saying socket gear you should hoard until you learn more about it. The thing is that's the biggest stuff that takes up the most room. So it's hard to say, like, not knowing, like, oh, should I keep this 3-socketed or, you know, should I keep this 2-socketed mesh armor? Like, should I keep this 2-socketed edge bow? Like, you know, 2-socketed ogre maul? This 1-socketed thresher? You know. Talked about Grizz and forgot about it. No. Why would I say it's my fault when I could just blame it on chat, right? You ever think about that? Of course I'm kidding. Of course I'm joking. $400 calories according to this thing. Never believe the number of calories machines say you lost. Never believe it. 91 minutes. I want to see how far. I haven't looked in a while. Is it like 3 miles maybe? 3.63, okay. Let's speed it up just a tad, just one beep. Just one little beep up. We'll take these guys out along the way, why not? Get a few little minions coming up with us. Billion little minions. There we go. Yeah, I know that you can get, you know, even stuff in Nightmare. You get a mage plate that could be good for Enigma, like a perfect base or something, but there's no way of knowing, like, you would never want to make an Enigma in, like, 99.9% of the armors that you find in Nightmare. But maybe that's a high number, but 95% of the armor. So it's going to take up, if you really kept every 3-socketed armor from Nightmare because it might be a good runeward base later, your entire shared stash in like 3 mules would be completely full of armors, of 3-socketed like tourist armors and stuff. Like 3-socketed, I don't know, shark tooth armors, you know. That's what I think anyways. What's wrong with Shark Tooth Enigmas? Well, that's only for the true goats of D2R. Make Enigmas and Shark Tooth armors. Or worm hides. That's only if you're a true goat. Should have just made my armor in like, should have just made it in like a leather, just a standard leather armor. Woo. I really should get my resistances higher, I feel. Did I ever? Okay, I did. I need to farm another. I still haven't tried to get another Annie yet. I should totally do that. I have like 7 Stone of Jordan, so I should try to. I have a 10 res Annie in here, just chilling. And 80 armor, so like 80 defense, you're saying? So it's just like a low armor. Yeah, oh, there we go. I need that to make my, whatchamacallit, go to drop off a Diablo. I mean, really the thing with Enigma too is like, as long as you can wear it, like if your Enigma has 200 less defense than the other guys, like let's say I have 1232 defense on my Enigma here. If I swap this out with a serpent skin armor, and nobody told me, it looked exactly the same with if I didn't scroll over it, I would never know the difference. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever know the difference. The Rel, Tier, Tal, Soul. Got insight there. Drink some water. Larduck saying full plate mail. You should make it in a is chaos armor the middle range of that base? What's the highest one? Not lacquered plate. Or is chaos the highest? I can't remember, to be honest. Oh, shadow, yeah, shadow plate Enigma. That's where the true goats go with that one. That's how you know you're awesome. Best of luck, Atanis. Yo, welcome in, Atanis. Appreciate you. 10:30. Let's go. The coolest thing about it being 10:30 is I'm not even hungry yet, which is sick, and I haven't eaten yet today. Boy, I might have to start streaming every morning for like 3 hours, just to keep me from eating in the morning. You guys are my diet plan. Oh, Zappa next. Thank you so 10 months too. Oh my gosh. Darn. 10 months of Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much, you Slayer. Oh, Sacred Armor Enigma incoming. Let's do it. 552. The defense. For 200 and, how much was it? 232 strength requirement, I think, to even equip it. Divine Scepter. So, divine is one of those words that nobody uses in general conversation. Where I live anyways. Who knows about you? But every time I hear or I even see the word divine, and I don't ever play video or games on cell phones. Hardly ever. But it reminds me of Candy Crush. When you do something and it's like, divine. I can't even do it, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I would just, the only time I play cell phone games is when I go on airplane rides, so. As you guys are well know, because of my cheapness, it's almost never. Best place to find Maras. Jeez, I don't know. Technically, the best drop rates, this and that. You can find it all over the place in hell. I don't know about literally everywhere. Like, I don't know if Andy can drop it, but technically it's probably Mephisto or Pindle or something. Technically one of those, but it's one of those items that I wouldn't recommend target farming one particular monster to only get that. I would pick something else that you want to do and hope that you find it, right? So if you're at that point where you need to farm Andariel, or Mephisto, I mean, then yeah, spam farm Andariel and hopefully you get it. But if not, maybe you're trying to get those keys or something, do Neelathak, or maybe you're trying to get other things too, like Griffins and stuff. Griffins you can get from Pindle, maybe spam farm Pindle. So I wouldn't, you know, do 85 areas or something. I wouldn't try to target farm it, so. Because it's rare enough that you're not going to be, you know, it's just not going to be noticeably faster to get. Yeah, RNG. Yeah, that's the thing. When the drop odds are so low, looking at what technically is the best chance, like Daobi said here, is not worth looking at. When it's 1 in 20,000 or 1 in 24,000, like you'll never, it's an imperceivable difference. At that point, it just comes down to random luck. So, dang it, I keep hitting the wrong button. Yeah, definitely drop calculators if you'd like to. So, anything good yet? Some stuff here and there, but I mean, nothing insane. The TZ Andy earlier got a few cool things, but actually, it is always neat when you get Andariel's Visage from Andariel, isn't it? Didn't think about that. Oh yeah, I forget the certain champions, you can't resurrect them. Ooh, look at the density of these weak monsters. Give me a rune, one of you casters or whatever. Oh. We'll take a potion. Don't want to risk it. Sometimes my stupid face, I literally sit here like, oh, I don't want to use my full rejuve, so I'll just sit here at like a quarter health because I don't want to use one. We'll just use one, whatever. You know what? After this run, I think I'm going to hop somewhere else here for a little bit. We got 20 minutes until... I think there was an okay, not a great Terror Zone. Actually, I think it's Stony Tombs. And actually, my first D-Web on D2R I found in the Stony Tombs with a Poison Druid, so... Or a Poison Necro, so... Maybe we'll hop and hit that, huh? Why not? So you're saying there's a chance. Ruthless said getting close to his first self-found enigma. Nice. Congrats and best of luck on getting that super quick. Hopefully next run you pop off your burst or whatever, so. Oh, FYI, by the way, a tip. I should have given this tip somewhere in a video somewhere, but I don't think I ever did. Never cube up your runes from Lower Kurast until you have you fully have all the runes you need to cube up to get what you want. I made this mistake one time. I cubed up the runes and I was like, all right, I just need like one more. I cubed up like a low and like an ohm and like a bunch of vexes and stuff to get up to like what I needed to get to. And then like 10 runs later, or not 10, but like an hour later, I found a Burr rune and I was like, I could have just waited. Great. Oh well. So I could have, and that was early on. Like I could have made like call to arms, and and a bunch of other things, and had these runes left over. But whoopsie. I don't remember why I cubed them up at that point too. Cubed them up. Whoopsie. Not even death. Chip gems worth keeping? I don't. I never do anything with chip gems. You can technically cube those together with a magic item and it re-rolls the magic item, but I don't bother with that any like nowadays. Little mithril coil. It's an alright item, but I feel like I always just never use it. It's good for melees or whatever, but dungos. 15 DR, 30 vitality there on that particular one. I can't remember which of those rolls differently. Is it the vitality? Maybe the physical resistance is all... I don't remember. Maybe that rolls different too. I can't remember now. Not a bad one, but... Diablo Shadows. Are you talking about declone there? I'm guessing, Saobi? How do I feel about LK runs? I don't mind them. Merciless. I get how they could get boring, but I would only do them at the beginning of a single player, but I don't kind of dislike them because there's so many different things you can get from there. Crafting materials and stuff and do that stuff, but I don't know. How long have I been walking? I think I've been walking for a long time, almost 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it on the walkie walk here. I'm gonna take a quick... It'll just take me like maybe 60 seconds to move the stuff around to get to sitting down. This back here. I'll meet you guys down there. Boy, what's that light? I gotta fix that. This bugs me. One second. So in order to get my desk tall enough to work with the standing desk, I had to raise up. I had to build little platforms under my desk to get it to go high enough because I'm so tall. But then it makes my desk ever so like a ½ inch too tall for as low as it goes down to be the right height for my chair here. So disappointing, I know, right? Whew, all right. Take a drink of water here, relax, chill. Grinding Durio. Maybe I missed the context there, but I would never recommend grinding Durio. Hydra Orb, says Jordan. Yeah, definitely Andariel would be my recommendation. You got the Orb, will kill any of the fire immunes down there, and then the Hydras and the Orb together could take out Andariel pretty good, so... Yeah. Whew, man. Exhausted now. Let me go ahead and try one. I wasn't going to do any more chaos for a little bit here, so... Let's see. I don't remember. Are there any poison res monsters in out here? We'll hop out here without the Thunder Charm first and take a gander. Actually, let me look first off. What is the next Terror Zone popping up? Oh, what? Oh, Burial Ground Crypt Mausoleum is next. Disgusting. Just gross. The Stony Tombs is after that. Well, let me see anyways. Maybe I'll do this anyways, huh? Oops. I don't know that... Maybe there aren't any poison res monsters in here. Guess it depends on the role of the monsters too. We'll have to do... Yeah, maybe. Blot, welcome in. Toy Gun talking about running Duriel says you got to get that super rare TP scroll, right? This is just players 3 here on the first run. Yeah, it looks. I guess I never thought about it, but there's no poison immunes down here. Boy. So there's no fire, cold, or poison immunes down here. Maybe we'll have to see a different run if there's a different monster type I'm forgetting. There could be. That would be immune to poison. Nice little switch up, I guess. How come nobody trades the Diablo horn for like Bale Eye? Because usually nobody would ever save. Nobody ever has just one of them like that. It's super uncommon anyways. I have seen people trying to trade, you know, because they like died at some unfortunate point, you know, kind of thing, but Cut and Slice saying most of the best runes they found were on their way to the Countess. Yeah, you can definitely get good runes that way. I get a ton of them that way too, huh? But I do find that really in Diablo 2, you find most of your high runes in the place that you find in the place that you kill the most monsters. So if you're running a lot of the Countess, then you're going to find a lot of runes while killing monsters on the way to the Countess, right? If you run cows for like 75 hours straight, then you're going to find a lot of stuff in cows, right? So, and that's not hating on going to the Countess or anything. The Countess, I think, is, I do that all the time too, like I said, because the monsters are super weak. You can go down there and get the keys. You get the runes from the Countess all automatically by taking her out. So it's a great option for sure. I do love it, but I do feel like I find so many runes on the way to the Countess because I run the Countess so much and kill so many monsters, right? 82. Two burrs yesterday, Flot says, and other stuff. Jeez, that's crazy, crazy good luck right there. Crazy good luck. Boy, Poison Necro is goated down here. Little hidden spot you don't ever hear people talk about. Poison builds in the Stony Tombs. Especially with Corpse Explosion, because I think skeletons aren't undead monsters inherently like have 0 fire res or something like that? Or are they even weak to it? I don't remember. And half of Corpse Explosion is fire, so. Fire skills with Glacial Spike. Want. Do I run a Sunder Charm? I mean, I am not right now. No. I do if I only use a Sunder Charm if I'm in an area that needs one, right? Like I wouldn't run like a Lightning Sunday in cows, right? Because all the cows, except for like individual random unique monsters or whatever, they're not immune to anything, so, you know. Love it. Let me put this up to player 7. It might even be goated on 7 down here. Skelly armor, you're more of a summoner. Yeah, that's all good. In here right now, I don't even need to bring up any summons, so... Oh yeah, man. Just with the poison and then one corpse explosion and everything just melts. Even on P7 here. The weak enough area that... Yeah. Sometimes the pack's too small, it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, really, the poison kind of works similar to static, to be honest. Just gets the life down and then boom. Yeah, less dense areas are a little unfortunate. These guys, too. I almost need a cure over here. Oh. Did I not battle order up? Okay. Single player lag, what happened there? What happened there? Oh my gosh. The poison. Should throw the cure prayer over here, huh? Boy, super healing potions doing almost nothing. Kind of funny how little they work with this much health, I guess. Another Grizz helm here. Let's go. Okay. All right. I know the magic find rolls differently. Honor, but kind of a rare one again. Antidote on the ground. You missed it. I was just looking to see if there's any antidotes anywhere. I was too, but I don't know how. I just didn't see one. I was like, man, you never see one when you need it, huh? Man, I legitimately like want to throw like cure over here. We'll try her. We'll see what we feel about it, because I still want to have might so my mercenary gets to kill faster. But I'll need both of these so I can get the... Well, there isn't... You don't really need life leech down in the... Well, we'll do it anyways. Because all the... You can't leech from undead monsters anyways, which is like a large amount. Everything but the beetles down there is undead, so... We'll try it. At Golem? Goated, right? Yeah, if it's ethereal, if it dies, it doesn't come back. But I'm not joking. It's just an insight, Iron Golem. It doesn't really matter if it's ethereal or not. I guess technically the Iron Golem would deal slightly more damage with it being an ethereal base relative to a non-ethereal base. You know, but that's kind of so trivial, essentially. So, we don't have the prayer, but we got might to get more damage here, but then we got this to kind of get rid of the poison. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. MF? I forget. Is it like 300 or something? 259. 259. Not terrorized right now, no. Refill my full rejuves real quick. Boy, let me turn this fan off real quick. Freezing. It's literally like I'm on the treadmill and I'm hot. Stop walking, instantly freezing. Ral rune. Perfect. So it's definitely worked fine. I may even put it on just players 3 though, because sometimes I just want to like blast on the lower thing. So Mancatcher best base for Infinity. Depends who you ask. It technically is supposed to deal out the most damage, DPS, because its attack speed is the fastest, and usually your mercenary does a lot of its damage from crushing blows. So I've heard the argument that Mancatcher is the best, and when I originally made that a long time ago, I made it right after they made the changes to allow Infinity and Spears. So I just went, you know what? People have argued that it's the best. I don't know that that's necessarily true, but it's definitely got to be good. I don't care if oh man, look how fast that poison went away. My God. So you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. So that I just went ahead and went with it. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on how much faster it goes away. It's so crazy. So crazy. Looking around to see if I was missing anything there. I know I was probably staring awkwardly, but there's a lot of stuff. You know how it is. You know how it is. Ghostly. No, that's 270 is perfectly fine. You could have more, you could have less. If you're over, this is kind of like my rule of thumb anyways. I guess I aim for 250, but some builds I regularly run less than that. It depends on how much the kill speed, how much the extra magic find affects your kill speed. So certain builds I might only have like 160, 170, but the kill speed is so much better at that magic find amount that I go with that. There's other builds that stack up magic find way easier, and I regularly have like 350, like a Blizzard Sorceress will say. But yeah. All depends. If you're magic finding 150 is a must, yeah, it's kind of a bottom line if you're trying to find uniques, I guess. You don't even necessarily have to, but pretty much every build you can get to over like 150-ish at least, no matter what. Just from having a Geeds and some 7 magic find small charms right there. What is that? 21, so it's 42, 49. So you get 90 magic find from just the Geeds and these small charms right here. So really, if you have less than 100, that's kind of, you know. And obviously early on, when you're budget gear, you haven't found stuff yet. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like after you get the stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, the first 100, not hard to reach, but a huge boost. True story. Yeah, the first spur for magic finding specifically. Corpse explosion! Boom, 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 boom. Love it. Man, corpse explosion works so good down here. Ethereal repair pools. 297 enhanced damage. Oh. 2 sockets. If only I got 7 of the rarest possible things to roll on an item all at the same time. Ooh. Be crazy. Did I leave this on player 7? I actually forget. I must have, huh? Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm just getting more used to it. It's seeming a little easier each time. I can't carry anymore. Boy, that cure helm really made it feel a lot better too, I'm gonna be honest. Oh. Run, 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 run. Yeah, very probable. Oh. I can't do that here. Why not? I knew I'd get an I was like, that little cat looks like it's gonna give me what I want. Amethyst galore. Impossible. What? Unbelievable. Pretty weak level right there. That's unfortunate. Let's see. So if I'm running Hammered in, probably looking for more kill speed. So Hammered in, yeah, pretty much. But the thing with Hammered in too, you're usually, if you have an end game one, you have Enigma with 100 magic find almost. Then you have like 90 between this, so that's 190 right there. You usually always use a Shaco. So if you have an end game Hammered in, it's going to be Shaco, Enigma, Keeds, and this stuff, and that's going to be all your magic find. But yeah. Zakaroom shield? No! 40 with 2 sockets. Unfortunate. Well, hopefully that keeps popping off there. I could totally go for a... I could use an ethereal Zac shield for a... that shield that you know what I'm talking about. Is it the best possible base? Who knows, but I would want the super high res. I have no good bases for Exile. There you go. Hard to get away from curing inside of most builds, says Slayer Saint. Yeah, I've been starting to use that more and more and more. Even using the prayer cure. Even if I'm using Infinity, use prayer cure, prayer mercenary. Because it'll, like, right now my life is down. If I had the prayer mercenary, instead of ticking up like 5 seconds later, it'll go up like 1 more life or something, you know. This will fill up and I won't even have to think about it. It'll just automatically refill my life throughout the run from like poison ticking it down a little bit or getting hit here and there. I've been using it so much, to be perfectly honest. Not that it's like broken or anything, but it's just like such a little nice quality of life thing to not have to think about. So let's see, Ghost, so you got Vamp Gaze talking about for a mercenary, I believe. Yeah, that's not a bad option. And Darl's Visage hard to come by, so. Tal's Mask is another good option on the Act 2 mercenary to get life leech. That's a lot of the go-to budget for a mercenary. Treachery, the rune word treachery for the body armor.
I can't do that here.
And a Tal's mask. Or you could go, or vamp case. Hey. Man, I don't know why. It seemed like, it felt like I was walking forever. Just forever. Don't know why. That will be saying the defensive merc you're a big fan of. So Defiance. I'm trying to think. I've used that before, but I don't remember. I wouldn't say it's my go-to, but I think I've used it before. There we go.
Impossible.
Okay. Ooh. There we go. I knew I heard a small charm drop. Love it. 8 gold find. Anything hiding on me? Tri-res boots just sitting right over here. Didn't even see him. Oh. Next time. Next game. Yeah, I'm enjoying down here. I'm enjoying it. Boy, getting cold already. Get the hoodie on real quick. Give me one quick second here. Loading, loading, you would be. My apologies. Just want to take a quick break looking away from the screen. Do forgive me. Let's see. Some debate on what perfect gems are worth. Let's see. In Ist, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't do a ton of trading. I know perfect gems definitely go for a little bit, but... Oh, Selby saying that non-ladder is what he's talking about. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like non-ladder... Maybe that might be true. Yeah, 30 strength on that. 30, 10, 29, 10. Yes, I don't need, because I always just use the one, so we'll just toss that out. Save the room right now for, yeah, I really don't need another Shaco either, so we'll just save the room and throw that stuff out. I know it's painful to do that, but single player, you got enough, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the rune value is worth so little on non-ladder, because everybody already has, like, all the gear that they need. And you chew through perfect gems and perfect amethyst and stuff crafting. But if you make a rune word, it never really... Sure, accidents happen, but it never gets deleted. So it's just always there. But the perfect gems and amethyst, they always need to... People always want more to try to roll better stuff or more perfect things, so... I don't play a lot non-ladder really ever either, but that's kind of the way it looks. Ooh, 44 res Royal Shield. That is a good spirit base. Not quite perfect, but 44 res. Low strength requirement. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. A lot of people like royal shields for their spirits, right? I'll double check and see what I got personally, but... kind of wish that was a 44 res ethereal vortex, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'll probably, I don't know that I'll ever run torches again, but I might never even make it vortex or XL, but 35 res when you had a cheap one, yeah. I mean, to be honest, yeah, the difference between that and this isn't huge, but if you can get the better res, you of course want it. Spirit's so awesome. You kind of want to make one. You want to get it as fast as you can either way, but if you can get an upgrade later, definitely do so. Whoop. Sacred Targe 86 required. I know it's got low. So you say it's got lower requirements, but that at some point, just having lower requirements doesn't really matter. I mean, as soon as you throw on an Enigma, you're going to get 70 strength, like, boom, instantly, right? So... isn't it usually whatever block rate? I don't know. Personally, this is personal preference. I never really concerned too much with... the perfect base on a pally spirit, to be honest. Will you get away from me? Never concerned myself with the perfect base. Jeweler's crown shield of deflecting with 45 all res though. Ooh, how nasty would that be? Swish says best trade fodder consumable stuff. Yeah, it's some of the easy stuff to get, and yeah, it just takes time. So if you ever need gear, you can, you know, obviously you're trading your time for the items or whatever, but that's just how it goes, huh? We'll throw it over here. I think I already have a 45 res, even royal shield. That's a spirit actually, but just in case, it's super easy just to chuck it on the ground real quick if I look at it. So Marty says Targe, Rondash, then royal. Gotcha. For block chance, you say? Okay. Maybe it's something for... So I've heard arguments from people that that's the best base you want. Maybe it was for, like, the strength requirement and block rate relative to the smite damage, maybe, or something like that. If people are using a pally smiter, like a faux pally smiter combo with the spirit, you know, could have been something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say what I remember. Hard to say. Yeah, Lum is lower than what I keep nowadays. I stopped keeping Lum Rune a few years back on single player. I have mules with, you know, like several of each rune on it, and then I just call it a day. Took so long to cube up all of those lower runes, and it's like... now I just keep Lemon higher. Because if you cube up like everything under Lem of everything you've ever found, it's like 7 bazillion runes, and you got to save up all these perfect gems, and it's super annoying. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, I cubed up everything to like a Vex. Like, great. Cool. Well worth it, I guess. Then you think about all the time it took you to pick up all those gems and then transfer them over to a mule and pick up more and transfer more days of transferring. You're just like, forget this. Like, it's just for my sanity's sake, I'm not doing it. But yeah. Lum 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 lum. So I'll be a big fan of Haas. Yeah, Haas definitely good. I think I would rock that on my Fist of Heaven's Paladin, right? Because the FCR is not as important. You get a couple extra skills that way, I believe. More damage type of situation, so. Oh, you know what I haven't told you guys yet today? Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, huh? We gotta get that like button destroyed. Pole rune, there we go. That falls into the range of runes I pick up. Who doesn't like finding a pole? Ooh. I'll put that. I'll clip that, put it in the video, and someone will be like, "Really, a pole? Like that's some highlight, idiot." I'll be like, "Yes, it is. It's all a matter of perspective, young man." Oh. I must have been hitting my battle order buttons too fast. Can't let the one monster go. Gotta take him out. Misspell pull. They'll freak out. Right. I should call it a pool rune. Like it's a what do you even what shoot. Uh-oh, awkward. What do you call it? A long when it's a vowel but it makes the other sound? Is it called a long vowel? Or a short vowel? I forget now. Like between a and like a. I forget. Oh man, if I called it a pool rune, P-U-L, pool. Oh my gosh, the amount of interaction I'd get on the video would be crazy. Oh yes, guaranteed perfect Maras. Oh. Yeah, you gotta play the game. You gotta play the YouTube game. Oh gosh, it's so funny when you see people do things like that too. I don't know what you guys think of him. I'm not endorsing anybody here, but there's a YouTuber called Graham Stephan, and he does it all the time. He always would start his videos like, "What's up, guys? It's Graham here," and he starts his videos now like half the time he says, "What's up, Graham? It's guys here," and just to farm comments on his videos. Just to farm the people going, "Hey, you said it backwards at the start of your video. How'd you not notice that?" I've done it for a couple of mine, just kind of joking around, but... Yo, welcome in, Phil. It's Guys here. We're coming at you with another drop highlight video. Ooh. Maybe I'll do it for my next one, actually. Why not? Yeah, force engagement, right? Bring back smell is ooh. Yoan, what's going on? Best of luck. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Atana's saying first thing he does is hit the like button when he hops into chat. Oh my gosh. What a legend. Biv, right? Yeah, he has a pretty iconic intro there. Hello, folks. This is Riker coming at you with a wrap up of the week's gaming news. Barbecue saying good impression. I do pride myself on my Riker impression. I think it does sound quite a bit like him, I'm gonna be honest. Quite a bit like him. After many decades of practicing, I was able to mimic his intro. Now, I don't know why. It was probably before I even streamed YouTube. I just did that one time, and I was like, wait a second, that sounded just like him, didn't it? Raltier. Okay, I need those. Raltier Talso. So yeah, Marty says bring back Smellus. Smellus was always your guys' thing. That was never my thing. I accidentally said Smellus one time, and I'll never hear the end of it. Nicholas, welcome in. What is up? We're slaying demons. Finding Tyrell's might all the time. Woo, can you teleport? Thank you. Allegedly. What? None of these monsters will die? Okay. There we go. One eternity later. Mark says in my comment section the amount of "oh my god, you idiot" is pronounced, and then everybody spells it differently. Yeah, it's hilarious. It is true. It is true. And the thing is I don't even do that to farm interaction, but it does work that way. It does work that way. I started adding a new one into the repertoire as well. I started to add in Scythe. So we got Ogre, we got Scythe. I either say Scythe or Sith. Those both go over great. That's one of my new favorites. And now apparently Oxy, I guess. That's just how I pronounce that one, but Hoto, Hoto doesn't get as much. Doesn't get as much. Every once in a while, someone will be like, Hotos? Did he just say Hotos? But not as often.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, no one told us how to say them back in the day. Yep, pretty much. And the thing is if you see a word and you read it and you never say it out loud, you don't realize sometimes how it sounds. Or like, you know, like a Stone of Jordan being a Soj, like it was never anything else. You know? I forget there's some words or some of them that I decided what they were pronounced as without ever really paying attention to how it was spelled or sounded out. I think it was Saigons. I think when I first started YouTube, I never realized that it was Sigon, Saigon. I called it Sigians for some reason, which is definitely not even remotely how it's spelled. But I don't know why I called it Sigians. There's a few of them like that. But I can't think of the other ones offhand, but... Lashaber. Lachaber? Oh my gosh, here's another... Too bad that this one doesn't pop up often enough that I would say in a video. Lachaber, right? This has got to be a Lachaber, right? Nope, it's a Lachaber. It has been decreed as Lachaber. You will never change my mind. Lashaber is kind of cool too. It makes it sound almost like a LeSabre, like the vehicle, which I'm sure that word also means something else too, but makes it sound like French or something. Lashaber. GIF or GIF, exactly. Viking saying he gets DC'd sometimes with too many poison novas going off. Never heard that before. Never heard that before. Barbecue saying if you don't know the answer, just say anything and then the chat will correct you. Well, it'll work out, right? It'll work out. Twitch kind of said the same thing over here. He says, if you want to know the answer to a question, if you ask a question nobody will answer in a forum, all you have to do is say an answer you know is absolutely wrong, and you'll get hundreds of people correcting you. Oh boy, really wrecking the system here, huh? Hey, I'll bring up some revives. I got the skill, why not, huh? Glitch in the system right there. It is true, though. If you ask a question, everyone's like, Google. Google. You're like, this is a message board. It's made for asking questions. It's made for talking to each other. That's hilarious. Oh. Plot talking about the Lashaber earlier. He always pronounced it Lockaber. See, there you go. You know what's up. Honestly, until this very second when I said that, I never even pondered what the proper way to pronounce that word, that item was. It's never even thought about it. Here's another one I've never thought about till just a second. I think I always pronounced this septum, which is like the middle part of your nose. Isn't your septum the bone in your nose, I think? But is it a spetum or a spetum? I've always just looked at the letters, never really paid it that much attention, and just thought in my head, septum. Which it is obviously not. Woo! Odd. Yeah, I know. I didn't... Wait, you're telling me in United States elementary school they didn't teach you about medieval pole arms? Medieval French words for pole arms? I find that hard to believe. speaking of stuff you learn from video games, there was one time I was watching Jeopardy, and there was a question that I knew that nobody else did. It was like the category was like this, and that, or something, where a word meant two different things, this and that. And it was, this item is a large sword used in combat, and also is a type of bomb used in military, for the military or something. And it was Claymore. And I knew it, and those other schmucks on the show, those dummies, didn't know what it was. Thanks, Call of Duty and Diablo 2. Teleogolar, appreciate you. Yeah, Marty said, yeah, in history class in the United States, they don't even teach real history. Right. Don't teach you much. I think, they try to teach you how to be obedient is about it, right? They should have been teaching everybody how to play Diablo 2 is what they should have been doing. Ruthless. First unique sacred armor, you say, huh? Nice. Yeah, I mean, really, why isn't Diablo 2 in every classroom? I'm just... really can't figure out why this is, you know? The Submaster never played D2 in school, but was it RuneScape? Gotcha. I never RuneScape. I was never into. I don't remember exactly why. Heard some people talk about it, but never got around to it. I'll try to remember. We'll go with Telly. Well, I'll call you Telly. That works for me. Maybe I'll be able to remember that. Ruthless says, real talk, almost failed 8th grade because of D2R. Or Diablo 2. I mean. Nice. Yeah, don't do that. I didn't play Diablo 2 a lot during school. I didn't really have any time between football, basketball, baseball practice, and obviously school. Like football, you get out of school and you practice till like 6 o'clock, 6:30, come home, eat dinner, take a shower. It's like 7:30 at night. You got to go to bed in like, you know, an hour or two. Whoopsie. Huge damage ghost spear, maybe. Negatory. I don't even know why I'm enjoying this. What do I think about remodded stuff? I'm not a big fan of Diablo 2 mods, personally. Not a big fan. Yeah, you always make time for more Diablo 2 by not doing your homework. Bold strategy, Cotton. DMC saying Diablo 2 is the first game he stayed up all night and called in. You people, man, you Diablo 2 degens over here. I never did that, but it might have been the first game where I remember I stayed up all night playing because we only had the one computer in our house, like when Diablo 2 was first out, when I first got it. Stayed up all night. And then I was like, oh no, my dad's getting up for work. And I snuck upstairs and laid down in bed, and I heard him get up, and I laid there until he eventually left for work, like, you know, half hour, 45 minutes later or whatever. And then I went back down and started playing Diablo 2 again. like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. But that was like in the summer vacation times, you know.
I can't carry anymore.
I see some talk about a couple people talking about Enigma on a Sorceress. A lot of times I do go with Enigma on a Sorceress, especially pretty much anything that's not Energy Shield Nova. I usually go with an Enigma, if I can get one, that is. For the reasons stated by somebody. Sorry, I got a little lost. The comments moved up or whatever. But yep, I do kind of agree with that. Viper Magi, great choice too, though, of course. And I've heard people make arguments for different things, to use different things on hardcore, but I don't generally, you know, worry about hardcore because I don't play it. So Beck de Corbin, right? Beck de Corbin. Nope. I think I got an extra Tal rune already, so we don't worry about it with that one. Hey, you get back here.
I need a key.
He needs a key. See, Nicholas asks, make the Heart of the Oak, Cult Arms, stuff like that, or make Enigma, or Infinity, or cube everything up. Yeah, great question.
Not in town.
So I will be saying, make those other rune words. I guess I would probably recommend that as well. Not one I've really thought about as much as the Infinity Enigma debate. But yeah, I think so. Especially like Heart of the Oak, because it just takes a Vex rune. And having a Vex rune into the lump of runes you need to cube up to, you know, Enigma is not as much. I'd rather try to get a Cerber to make up that difference in there. Cult Arms is pretty nasty too, right? So yeah, I think so. I think I agree with that. How rare is Death Fathom? I don't remember if that's in the top 10 rarest uniques or not. I'd have to look up. I got a video about it. I can't remember now. Yeah, it's definitely something that wouldn't be too hard to look up. It's either one of the top 10 uniques or it's very close. We'll say that. Top 10 rarest uniques. Frostburn's legendary. There's one of them rare uniques I was talking about. Crash saying top 10 for sure, so I'll take your word on it. If you're wrong, then it's chat's fault. Telly says, watch so many of my videos. Oh man, appreciate you. Did Chains of Honor die out as an option? For Sorceress, I feel like sometimes, but yeah, I mean, 2 to skills with a bunch of all res. Don't see it used as much as I used to a long time ago. Oh, Musterech? Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Let's go with Musterech. Thank you so much for the Slayership. Oh, appreciate you. Supporting the channel. And it's green icon, so it's for a few months. Appreciate you. Absolute Slayer. Anthony says, made it back before the end of stream. Yeah. That almost lunchtime here, huh? Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll stream for a long time today, huh? It is Wednesday after all. We'll see. Siabi says loved Whirlwind, but without great gear dies a lot. This is true. This is true. Oh, Anthony coming in with 5 Slayerships. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Anthony, for the 5 gifted. You legend. Ooh, appreciate ya. Let's see. Matty. Or a Tesladin guide in the future. Love the content. Appreciate you. It's not a build I really ever play, so I would have to look into it a little bit, but I definitely could. When I have to do a little bit of research on. Oh, Muss. Oh my goodness. Comes in with a Slayership, and then he comes in gifting 5 huge Slayerships as well, right after Anthony B just did. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot supporting the channel. Yeah, absolute legends. Legends! Oh my gosh, we're on a train here.
Underscore legend. Underscore hype. Underscore hype.
Underscore hype. I wish I could get that thing to say hashtag. Because I didn't type underscore on it. It just automatically says underscore for some reason. I don't know why the AI voice does that, but thank you so much, Jeer, for the 8 months of Slayership. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you. 8 months. There we go. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we at here?
I can't carry anymore.
But Gun says he looks good in green. Got gifted a membership. Nice. Necro Solays. Yeah, it's pretty. I wasn't sure down here in the Stony Tombs, to be honest. I did it before, but you know, I guess I didn't think. I didn't realize there was no poison immunes in the Stony Tombs, so you don't even need a Sunder Charm down here. Usually I'd skip these monsters, but sometimes I just feel like taking monsters out for some reason. You don't really have to kill monster packs along the way. Yeah, and also the thing too is that I think these skeletons are like inherently kind of not that strong to fire damage, so Corpse Explosion really takes them out good.
Impossible.
Oops. Poison Nova is so enjoyable, Telly says. It's pretty good. I usually don't do a lot of poison, but you know, I switch it up. Salty's Joel says, been watching a lot of my YouTube videos. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. While you're watching, make sure on the YouTube stream anyways, hit the like button. And when you watch my YouTube videos, everyone hit the like button too. Help me out. Best chance to run budget TZ Duriel Tombs? I don't know about Talrash's Tombs for... I don't know what the best budget Tal's Tomb Runner would be. I never thought about that before. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone got any opinions on that? Or wait, no. I should follow what you guys said. How to get people to answer. Say something you know is obviously wrong, and then everybody will correct you. So yeah, I think that Charged Bolt Sorceress is the best for that. Pretty sure Charged Bolt Sorceress. Ooh, or say something even more wrong. Yeah, let's see. Fist of the Heavens Paladin, because there's everything in there's undead or demon. I'm joking, of course, because I know that Smiter. Yeah, Smiter's the most efficient farmer of that area. We're joking around, by the way, everybody. All right, let's get serious. Any character using an Ogre axe is the best for sure. Best budget Talrash's runner. I guess, yeah, someone was asking about that, so... A budget Dragadin? Budget Dragadin? Is that a thing? Weird area to focus on. Well, Talrash's Tombs is a really good terrorized zone, but yeah, I would never... It's tough to really have a build specifically for one type of terror zone, you know, that pops up once a week, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess that's the first thing I would say is I wouldn't focus on one individual terror zone like that. I just found another one earlier, actually, that, like, if you're trying to make up poison res and get life, a 38 life with 26 poison res, both almost at the max of life. We know can get up to 45 terror zones technically and whatever, but yeah, it's another good one if you're trying to make up that poison res. Not ones that I'm gonna want to save though. Personally. Ral Ruin. Where was I here? Sabi saying, I do like the summon, but, well, I don't think you need tons of great gear. I've definitely been, used budget summon Necros. The thing you do need, though, is a teleport staff, or multiple of them, or, Nage's Puzzler. Nage's Puzzler. Budget summon Necro is definitely pretty solid, to be honest. I mean, P8 terrorized Chaos Sanctuary soloing? Maybe not, but yeah, I definitely think it's pretty good. Monarch's still worth anything. So, like, are you asking, Salty, are you just asking a plain white Monarch? At this point, probably not. I mean, for a Monarch, for a Spirit, it would probably have to be like a perfect 4-socketed base kind of situation for it to have any value. I'm not an expert trade value guy, though, because I play so much single player, but yeah. Yeah, I don't. So Sabi, yeah, I would say Nage's Puzzler, because you can do an entire Chaos run with just the number of charges on that Nage's Puzzler. It does cost like 130k to fully repair it. So you got to leave inventory room to pick things up along the way to get enough gold to repair it every run, but that's my kind of go-to for that. Oh, sorry, Salty. So yeah, for a Monarch to be worth anything, just a regular Monarch or a socketed Monarch, it would have to be like perfect defense or like 15 ED superior Monarch or something like that. And nowadays in ladder, they're really only worth anything like at the very beginning of ladder. Yeah, like if someone's like specifically looking for a spirit, you could probably get some for it, but it's just, you know, for me anyways, the amount of time it would take to find someone to trade it wouldn't even be worth it, in my opinion. Hey, kept hitting the wrong hotkeys.
I am overburdened.
Wasted my life farming them, and then you realize you can trade for like 20 of them. Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of ladder, you blast till you get one. They're actually expensive, but man, my stinking calves are sore from leg day the other day. Why not? Don't tell me not to farm monsters out here. I do what I want.
I can't carry anymore.
So speaking of stuff that we weren't talking about at all, so I heard a little bit more about that Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade. I didn't realize Luke is supposed to be out the rest of the season. So yeah, pretty interesting. I didn't know, because I heard it, I was like, that's pretty weird. And then that the Dallas Mavericks went to the NBA finals last year, and then traded their star player, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But I guess they're going for it this year, and that's just what they're worried about, huh? If anybody's NBA fans around here. Even with him being out the whole year, it's a crazy trade. It is insane. Like, that's the definition of all in this year. Like, absolutely definition of all in this year. So between that and a few different sports things kind of going on right now too, like oh shoot, what's his name, the pass rusher in the NFL that requested a trade from the Browns. Boy, hope he ends up coming to Detroit. I hear that's like a long shot kind of, but I hope that that would happen. Detroit could probably use just the nastiest pass rush of all time. Myles Garrett. There you go. What do you think about Kuzma trade? Balto, I'll be honest, I've been kind of like not following basketball too much. Just like that was the Anthony Davis Luka trade was like just so huge. I heard about it. I didn't hear about the Kuzma trade. So I don't know if it was good, bad, or ridiculous or what. So 49ers could use him. Boy, if he wants to go to the 49ers and not make the playoffs, then I'm sure you're a Niners fan, so I don't mean to roast you or anything, but yeah, I forget what teams he was like they're projected for most likely to go to. To be honest, I wouldn't want the Niners to get him. The Niners aren't really bad, so the Niners aren't a terrible team or anything. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what happened this last year, but boy, these guys got a lot harder when they got terrorized. Personally, I want the Lions to get him. P7 for down here terrorized. We'll see what's up when it's terrorized. If it's a lot harder or something. Oh, probably want my D-Web out, huh? Probably help. Yeah, probably be fine. Maybe I'll bring up revives now that it's terrorized for sure. Lions will never live down the loss to the Niners. Kinda. That was terrible. No doubt. If they win the Super Bowl, they'll quote unquote nobody will even think about that ever again. If they win the Super Bowl in the next year or two. Or really if they won the Super Bowl ever in like recent times. Like if they win it with Jared Goff, period, they'll like never think about it again. But I would not say that it's a guarantee that we're going to win a Super Bowl, but is it possible to always have shown items on instead of all? Yeah. There is a... So, Chad, there is a setting somewhere in here. Don't remember where it is. There's a setting somewhere in here. Oh, right here. Item label display. And I have it set to toggle. That's how I have it. So the items are always showing. But you just have to hit... See how as soon as they pop up, they're showing all the time? Like, I'm not holding down any buttons. But I have it set to the key V. I forget what number it is inherently. But you can turn it off and on like that. So you toggle it showing or not showing. So at the beginning of every run, I just have to hit the button one time. I wish that you could set that so it'd just be on all the time. So you wouldn't have to hit the button at all. I feel like that'd be an easy thing to do, but it's not too big a deal. Gee, this is commanders. They got the cap. They need it. Send back one of their defensive tackles. Yeah, interesting. They got the cap. Makes sense with the rookie. Well, the thing is oh, these guys are immune to poison. How about that? They were dying so fast before I didn't even notice. The salary cap in the NFL is fake, anyways. It's completely made up. The players you want to keep on your team, all you do is go, hey, your salary for this year, we'll just call it a signing bonus, and then, yep, there's no salary cap hit anymore. That's all they do.
It's locked.
It's literally fake. Any team that says, oh man, salary cap, we can't do this, it's teams that just don't want to win. That's what's going on. It's teams that don't want, that's owners that don't want to spend any more money to try to win. Alex says, can't win a Super Bowl with Dan Campbell. Oh boy. Could be the worst take I've ever heard. Someone came in and said Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 were better than Diablo 2. I think those are better takes than not being able to win a Super Bowl with Dan Campbell. Four all res, 6 poison. If it had something different on the other one, I'd keep it, but Battle Belt. Boy, Myles Garrett ended up with the Commanders. That would be... I would not like that. Would not like that at all. I want Myles Garrett to go to, like, Miami or something. If he doesn't come to Detroit, go to, like, Las Vegas or something like that. Sunday! Oh, perfectly terrible. 44 to life on the Grand Charm. Rough. Or go to, like... Where's somewhere he would go that wouldn't really matter? Like Arizona or something. You know, some team that it's not going to, like, make a really good team better. But, like, he might go to one like Miami. Because they have, what, no income tax or whatever? And, you know, he could... Ral, Tier, Tel, Soul. He could be, who knows, maybe he's greedy. He wants a little bit more money. For half the games, that is, anyways. Could be. Jaguars, yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Ruthless, exactly. He's going to the Jags. Ooh. The Giants or something, you know? Not to a team that could be good and get even better with them. Oh, no, we didn't want that. D3, you can dodge attacks. I mean, you can dodge attacks in D2. It's a lot harder. A lot of the attacks are a lot harder. It's more about just staying away, but let's move you here for now. Oh yeah, I can do this. Ral, Tier, Tel. Just need a soul. Ral, Tier, Tel. There we go. I'll dodge stuff sometimes. When they shoot the poison, like out here, I don't know if you see it, but when the skeletons are shooting poison at me, I'll move out of the way or teleport away or whatever. Sometimes. Jesus says, yeah, the salary cap is a joke, yeah. Saints are sitting at 50 million below the cap right now. They're gonna manage it to get it in positive and still sign folks. Oh, like they're 50 over, you're saying? Boy, that's always rough too if you're that far over and you stink. That's unfortunate for them.
Impossible.
Gee, they're talking about Myles Garrett. He's on the worst team, so you can only go up from here. Yeah, rough situation there. My gosh. And to think that they pretty much have to keep Deshaun Watson on their team. I don't know if you just cut him. Because if they cut him, they still owe him like $70 million a year. I don't know the actual number, but it's some crazy high number. 50, 60, something like that. Like cap hit. And how much they owe him, it's just insane. Worst sign and trade of all time. Worst trade of all time. Recently started playing hardcore, lost multiple characters. Sorry to hear that, Igloo Pilot. Yeah, hardcore, not my favorite, not my favorite. But some people love it, so hopefully you're enjoying it. Too much stakes for me. I don't want to personally sweat out games, you know. If I want to worry about stuff, I'll just look at what's going on in the world right now. But video games are the opposite of paying attention to what's going on in the world, or whatever stresses, for me anyways. Video games all about doing something else. Yeah, Trash saying worst and best trade, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Which side do you look at it from? Siobi, no political stuff. No political stuff. That's what I was saying. If I wanted to worry about that stuff. But no, video games are opposite of that stuff. Whoa, Cheez It says we laughed about the cap being fake, but if they cut him, it's 170 million dead cap hit. Ooh. What? 170? Okay, well. I think I need to redo my prior statement about how the cap's fake. The cap literally is fake and doesn't matter. Unless you're talking about a $170 million cap hit. Cap hits are like the only thing that makes it real. Because any contract that you want to keep on the books, all you have to do is convert it to a salary bonus and then re-sign somebody to a contract that's exactly the same as it was before, except instead of paying them $50 million this year, you pay them nothing this year and you pay them a $50 million signing bonus. And then they actually have no salary for this year, so there's no salary cap hit. Look at that. $170 million cap hit. Is that true? I know we're not a football channel here, but what would be the dead cap hit if the Cleveland Browns cut Deshaun Watson? None of that spelled right. $119 million cap hit. $92 million they'd have to pay in cash, according to Google. What's the cap hit? I think the total salary cap is like $350 million. What is the current team salary cap in the NFL? $255 million. Oh my God. What? That's insanity. That's so much of a... That's half the salary cap, or a third, or so. I already forgot what it was, but that's crazy. $71, pretty good. Perfect or bust, though. Perfect or bust. Triple what the NHL is? Wait, these guys were all immune to poison before. Now they're not. They just have different amounts of resistance. Maybe I didn't hit them with lower res before. Maybe that's why. Maybe I forgot to hit them with lower res before I looked at what they were immune to. Right, Josh. Not technically a football channel. Yeah, Igloo. Yeah, it's definitely good. Like, if I needed one, I would, you know, grab it and use it if I didn't have one. But yeah, a few years of single player. I have like a half dozen of each Sunder Charm. I have multiple Sunder Charms that are perfect, so. At this point, I don't really even need... I could just not even identify them, to be perfectly honest. I can't. Oh, they were all champions. I didn't realize that. I was like, why can't I resurrect any of these guys? Grab a few skellies to distract. Superior Cryptic Axe. Is it godly? Doesn't look ethereal. It's a negatory. Oh, rune. No, cheese it. No, it's cool to talk about football. Anything that we have in common, you know? I was just joking about this not being a football channel. I'm funny. Yeah, Zog. I got perfect of all the different stuff. Even though I never used those ones. I mean, they've been out for like years now, right? And I play the game full time, so. Full time as in 3 days a week, I guess. And then I make videos the other days. Totemic Mask, okay. Lots of things to check out here too, huh? No good. No good, but Jalal's with a 191. Jalal's solid piece. It is pretty common-ish-esque or whatever, but a good piece for Druids for sure. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Everybody knows that Taylor Swift is winning the Super Bowl. Everybody knows it. Or I mean, what did I say? The Chiefs, I meant to say. Just a little jokey joke. I could have said the refs, but I didn't go that way. I went with Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean, I would want I want the Eagles, I guess. Not that I want the Eagles, but I really don't want the Chiefs, to be honest. So I'd just rather have the Eagles. It's more like I just want the Eagles by default. It's more of a anyone but situation. Another Sunday. Cold. No, no, no. Moser said he wants to bet. Yeah, I'm not too confident on who would win either way, to be honest. I'm not putting anything on the winner. Dankins saying the Chiefs players getting mad about the refs cheating allegations. I guess I haven't really heard that. I heard the head of officiating said something, but how offensive it was to even insinuate. But I mean, I used to say that it was ridiculous. I honestly did. I used to be the guy that'd be like, come on, they're not. Come on. But I'm gonna be honest, the second half of this season and this whole entire season here, it's been getting harder to defend. I'm gonna be honest, harder and harder to defend it, or to not like jump on that bandwagon of blaming the refs. Been getting tough. Whoopsie. Shout. I mean, catch him. So you say you know the conspiracy. People have told you that it's conspiracy. And people who are on the inside. I mean, certain calls ignored and go certain ways. Yeah, that's what it seems. Yeah. That is what it seems. But it looks sketchy. Bills game egregious in the fourth. Yeah. Rough. Tofu conversation. Did I miss something? No, we haven't talked about tofu in a minute. To be honest, I don't really eat tofu anymore. It's super cheap, but it's too much work to make. It takes like 9 minutes to like cook it up because it's like there's so much water in it. It is real cheap though. If there was a faster, easier way to make it, maybe I'll try air frying it. Because I feel like that's something you could just throw on some tinfoil in the air fryer and be fine. Maybe. Because I don't like the air fryer because I hate having to clean it. Too much work to clean those stupid air fryer things, but air frying tofu, that's probably where it's at, huh? Oh, I didn't see trash up here with the Okay, now I see where that came from. Now I see. Cheapness over work. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. To a point. Poison over damage. 10. Is that 10,000? Yeah. 10K a sec. The Prometheus saying that the roughing the passer calls and stuff are easy to defend. I think that's what you were kind of getting at there. Well, kind of, because like the roughing the passer and stuff, like that stuff's like a judgment call. When it's stuff like, did the ball get to this line or not, and you can, and I couldn't tell fully which side you were trying to fall on there or whatever, but when you're like, did the ball cross the line? They do replays for all those type of things, and it's like, yep, I can see it did. And then they're like, nope, it didn't. And you're like I'm seeing it with my eyes, like I'm looking at it right now. Stuff like that. It's just DMC talking about the air fryer. Soak it for a while. Oof. Hard pass. Some giant air fryer pan in my kitchen. My tiny kitchen in my tiny house. Hard pass. And it's not even the giant pan part. It's the mesh like racks that go in it that are a disaster. Because you literally can't clean it. You can't, because it's almost like a screen on a house almost, but metal. The holes are like double the size of like the screen on a house in the air fryer we got that was bought for us for Christmas the one year. And so you can't like clean it by hand. You have to put it in the dishwasher and like everything get blasted off it. It's a disaster. But yeah, I think maybe if you put certain things, you can put a little tin foil down or something. If you don't block the whole thing, because you have to have the airflow, of course, but yeah.
I can't carry anymore.
Woo! He ain't hungry. Do I look for perfect small chimes? Yeah, I do look at the small chimes for sure. If, you know, it gets something crazy, 7MF 5 all res or something. Stuff like that. Legendary. Cannot be frozen. Air frying changed my life. Well, I'm happy for you. Well, wait a second. It changed it for the better, you're saying, right? I assume. Yeah, I like never use air fryer, to be honest. Really can't hate it. It's like 3 times as much work to use an air fryer than it is just to cook things normally. I really don't understand the obsession with them, but like if you cook thing in a pan, pans are perfectly flat. They're like flat like this, so you can just set it right in the dishwasher. Takes up almost no room in the dishwasher at all. Or you put flat sheet pans or something into the oven, set it to a temperature, cooks things. They're perfectly flat, so they take up like not a lot of room in the dishwasher. Like, I don't know. No crazy like shaped things that don't fit good. I don't know. Now, here's gonna get some good interaction. This is gonna get some good interaction on the chat. I believe it. Grand Charm, Demon Hide, Sash. 72. Whoopsie. Guess I forgot to poison him. Soul Rune. Making up all these iron golems I lost the other day. $99 Dust says just wants to D2 with my boys all day. Ooh. Nice. Living the dream. I'm starting to get pretty hungry though. I haven't eaten yet today. For me, that's crazy. Need to hop back on the treadmill. For me, I don't know if everyone else is like this, but just any amount of like exercise makes me not hungry.
I can't carry anymore.
Yes, IOB, I gotcha. That's what in like IRL, I don't know anybody that plays D2. But to be honest, even when I was younger, like people did when it first got popular. But within like a year or two, like nobody played it. That I knew in real life anyways. So we're hitting here at 3.5 hours. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call her a day. Getting pretty hungry here, so go get some lunch. So yeah, I want to say appreciate y'all joining me here. Thank you anyone who supported the channel with super chats, channel memberships. There's a few different gifted memberships, so I want to appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. It really does make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos on the channel. So honestly, thank y'all so much. But with that being said, peace out. But don't forget, keep slaying. Boom.